Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, let me tell you what it's about. I'm a little under the weather. First off, we caught walking pneumonia at some point, man, and we have been down. I'm a little weak today. Was pulling for air. I'm able to take deep breaths in the lungs now. Deep breaths without coughing and all of that, but I'm just a little weak, the pain in the back of the neck and shoulders and, the back, where they typically say it attacks you. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, I just wanted to explain why I'm a little drained today. Please like and subscribe. If you like the content, man, feel free to share your experiences or anything that you have in the camping realm. So what I talk about here, I do open boxes, I do preparedness, we do camping, camp outs, reviews of camping gear, hunting gear, all the way from rifles to handguns to crossbows to compound bows to just regular bow and arrows if you're into that, anything outdoor related. I don't get into politics and all of those things here on this channel, because that's not what this channel is about. It's basically about having fun, camping, being prepared, and utilizing the tools and toys and things that we buy, or how better to benefit us in using those things. What's the best benefit for them, for the cost and the price and the ease of use and all of that kind of stuff. But today I'm gonna jump right in to this video, and I'm gonna talk about something that a lot of people don't talk about, and it's on different channels and things like that. It's about this: having a good gas mask, or PPE, or personal protection. We definitely need these things in today's world, man. Here in Georgia, they just had a chemical plant explosion that put off a lot of gases from chlorine and different things like that, and that has affected people physically. There are different types of airborne things that are happening more and more. And when I think about the time going all the way back to, when the big C-19 hit, and it was a mad rush on these masks got so expensive. Ridiculously expensive, even the cheap ones. It's a shame that we live in a world where people capitalize off of people's hurt, pain, and grief and sickness. It's sad, but this is the world we live in, and they will hike prices on food and water, and please don't be those people to run out and buy up all the toilet paper and all the water and all of this, like that's going to save you. If you be ready and stay ready, if you stay ready, you'll never have to get ready. That's pretty much my philosophy in that. If you stay ready, you never have to get ready. So, I got my wife and I these, and this is by a company called Parcil. I'm gonna bring the camera down in a minute. Now, Parcil and Mears are two of the leaders in personal protective gear, especially as it pertains to masks and chemical suits and things of that nature. Who would I prefer? It depends. It depends on the person, your wallet. These masks can go anywhere from $200 to $300. Back in the day when things were really rough and everybody was trying to get them, they were charging you almost double what these were really worth. So if you could get them now, as they say, during a peaceful time, I would advise you to get them. Or if you can't afford these, at least get you the mask that have the charcoal inserts. You know, you can wear it like a regular mask, and they have a charcoal insert and breathers on the side. I would wear them a lot when I was doing a lot of dust and stuff right here, dragging the tractor, and the tractor would kick up a lot of dust and all of that, and I would wear that charcoal filter if I was spraying insecticide and things like that in certain areas, or chemical treatment in certain areas to control certain parts of my property. I would put on that mask, and you could do the same with these. All right, so I'm gonna give you, before I open the box, because this open box I haven't even cracked it open, let's talk about it a little bit. So it's for DIY projects, you know, work protection, disaster relief, you know, epidemic prevention, as we talked about, C19 colds, chemical, which we just spoke of, you know, chemical in laboratory, painting, pesticides, civil unrest. You know, we're coming into an election season where, in my opinion, and I said I wasn't going to get into politics, and what I mean by that, I don't get into red versus blue or this one versus that one. You know, but what I am very disappointed in us is us as Americans, and how we've allowed this BS to divide us. We can't see we're being played like, you know, the circus, you know, the little puppets in the circus. You know, we're just being played, and everybody is buying into it and kicking up a lot of stuff. But again, civil unrest, mining, you know, of course, coal dust and things like that. Now, the weight of this is about 16 ounces. The mask itself is about 16 ounces. This is a mask that one size fits all, you know, so, and I think it's a 5-point contact. So you're going to have strap here, strap here, strap here, strap here. Now, I do know from wearing masks in the past, people who have beards, you got to be careful with it, because it doesn't always guarantee a good seal to your face. Am I going to put this on today? No, because I'm still kind of pushing my virus side of me, and I don't want to be breathing in and out of this and then storing and leaving that kind of residue around, even though I would definitely clean it. But yeah, it's 16.3 ounces. The general field of view in it is about 200 degrees. So I'm figuring, you know, anything that you can see, you know, pretty much this way is UV protected. It is scuff protected, and it's impact protected. So, I mean, you can't beat that. The inhale rate and the exhale rate. Okay, inhale resistance is about 20 mm to H20, and that's your inhale, and your exhale is about 40 mm to H20. All it's really saying is you're going to get about, as you breathing in and out, you know, is basically running at 80-ish% breathing in and out. There's a 20% ratio that, you know, with certain things. You don't use this for certain chemicals, and it just depends, man, because you got to understand, this one is has a 5-year shelf life. So I think I'm really on 4 years and a few months. The canisters that you see on here that come with these, you can reorder those. Just if the canisters go bad, you don't have to buy a whole nother mask. You just order extra canisters, and you keep them on the shelf, and you just mark them. They should have a shelf life expiration date on them, but you can always put, hey, I purchased these on this day, and go from there. If you're interested in this Parcil, I will put the make and model and everything down. I got this directly from Parcil. All right. So this is the PD-100 respirator. PD-100 respirator. I don't know if you can see that. And yeah, so let's get into the box and see what's in here. I'm not a super mass expert, so I'm not claiming to be, but I did read up a lot on them for years and develop some pretty decent knowledge of them overall, just basic knowledge. And it breaks down the pre-filtered inserts and the filtration and the carbon activation and charcoal breakdown and all of that, So the weight of your filter is like 2.6. So each one of these filters are like 2.6 ounces or something like that, not pounds. Shelf life for these filters, is 5 years, as I said. And chemicals filtered are organic, particles filtered down to 0.3. Can't hardly see that. To 0.3. I'm not familiar with all the technical, chemistry, periodic table type terms, if you want to use that, for what these things do. But I'm feeling like for anything, if you run into those situations in your home and you have a chemical plant exploding, you see a cloud coming that way, I would wear these, especially if you know you're going to be outside. If you're going to be dealing with any types of toxins and poisons around your home, I would definitely recommend wearing these, and don't go out there trying to be a hero and think, I'm outside, it's just going to evaporate outside. Let me tell you, we caught pneumonia outside around, and we were wide open, and we caught walking pneumonia. So go figure. So good old trusty knife. What I tell y'all, everybody gotta have a knife. So we're gonna open it up, and then I'll bring my camera down. I'm trying not to mess this thing up too bad. But we're trying to, there we go. All right, now I'm gonna bring the camera down where you can see me take this out the box. I just didn't want to give you all a faceless video. Okay, so here we go. Bam, there it is. I just broke the seal. I'm seeing this for the first time like you're seeing this for the first time. Okay. Here are the canisters that attach to your breathing apparatus. These attach to your mask when you get ready to use them. I'm not going to open them. I'm not going to break the seals on these until I need them. I know some people do carry around their mask and they broke the seals on these. And I don't know how effective they are. I know people get them, they put them in their mask bag, and they have these already connected and ready to go. But for me personally, I'm not going to take them out till I absolutely know I need to. This is the mask itself. It's wrapped nicely. Give you some directions, of course, on how to use it. And this is something that they strongly recommend that you read all the way through before you use your mask. And anything that you protect yourself with when it comes down to your lungs and your breathing and your personal protection, read every safety manual about this so you'll understand. You don't want this half sealing. You don't want it working just a little bit. You want it working 100%. This is a scan for your registration, registering your product. So I'm going to do that. I am going to do that. And these look like extra fasteners and clips for your mask, you know, for your straps. Let me see what it says. Yep, replacement clasp. It says it right here, replacement clasp. Let's see if we can get the big boy out of here. It feels good. Things I would always say from what I've learned in the past with these, you want to check the seal all the way around. This is the seal, right? These are some of the clasps that they give you here. You remember in that little bag, these are the clasps they're speaking of. This is, I think I did say this was 5 point. Let me make sure I was right. So when it says 5 points of contact, it's 1, 2. Okay, let's come down to the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So yes, this is a 5 point contact mask. You want to check all the seals within the mask where your mouth fits around in there. You want to check all of that. You want to check around the face. You want to go around the mask really well and examine every aspect of the mask and make sure that there are no cracks, no gaps that would possibly give you a problem. There's some people that have spent a lot of money on masks like this and got them back and they found that they were cracked. You want to make sure where your filters and stuff go that it's in those crevices and everything, that everything is sealing correctly. This is an anti-fog mask, so it won't fog up on you. And yeah, I really want to try it on, gang, but yeah, not while I'm sick. I might do another video while and try it on. But right now, my main concern is I just want to make sure that all the seals and everything on this mask is up to par. I don't see any breaks, any cracks, or anything like that. And that's another reason why, you know, unless you have a straight military style mask or something like that, and even in those situations, I've seen guys that had those that they've had problems, you know, carrying them around in a bag all day and tossing the bag and carrying the bag around, you know, meaning your go bag, your ready bag, your backpack, and they forget that these things break down, they wear out, and you just got to maintain. So you should be able to understand. There's a speech box down here so people can understand how you're speaking and talking and all that good stuff. You know, so people can hear you, you know, when you're trying to talk through these masks and things like that. And from what I read, the rating on that was pretty decent for these. But yeah, check all your seals. Anywhere where you got rubber gaskets, make sure those gaskets are good. I'm going to assume that you can buy these. If you can't, they do have some gasket making material where you can possibly make your own O-rings if you gotta, you know. But I would recommend calling the manufacturer and say, hey, you know, I need some more rings or whatever, you know, for my mask, where my canister seal, you know, just in case. But yeah, that's really about it, guys. I just wanted to bring that to your attention, and that this is something that, you know, I have for my wife and I, and would really, and actually when the chemical plant had its explosion, I think we had just got these, or they had already been here, and they had been sitting on the floor in my house for probably at least a week, if not more. And I just hadn't opened this thing up. But again, I showed you these. These were just, once you take them out the plastic and everything, these canisters would just screw on to this part of the mask that I showed you. They would just actually fit there just like that. And they come with two. I would recommend ordering a couple of more and keeping them just to have. I mean, because as the world changes, that supply and demand, and of course the greedy, I'm gonna capitalize off of you culture type of people. I'm gonna capitalize off your pain and suffering. They're gonna go out there and they're gonna hike the prices on these things, so you guys won't be able to afford them, or they're gonna make them so out of reach, and then they're gonna say, "Oh, the government's asking for them." And that was another thing. Let me bring the camera up, and then we can conclude the video. They're gonna say, "Oh, the government is asking for stuff, and we can't get it to you, and you know everything's on a backlog because we got to get everything out to the military first, so we got to get everything out to this governmental organization first." And yeah, so while you can, while it's slow, while you can make these little orders, definitely get them. So I hope this helped you guys. I'm gonna do the registration on mine today, and yeah, just go from there, man. I hope this helped you guys out. This was just kind of impromptu video that I felt was important because we don't talk about personal protection enough, and this is just one of them. And another thing is, I always tell you guys, bullets run out. Learn other ways to defend yourselves. I've seen arrows run out, when people go out hunting, they run out of arrows, or they're hard to track, if you don't put little beacons on them or something like that. Anything can happen, guys. Think of more than one way. If you have more than one way to feed yourself, you have more than one way for water, you have more than one way to give power to your homes and yourselves, then have more than one way to protect yourselves. And don't just rely on one specific thing. You never know what the environment is going to do. Think about all the people that have gotten flooded out and washed out. A lot of their supplies had got washed out in Florida and parts of Tennessee, Kentucky, the Appalachia. Just if it goes on and on and on, and you guys think about it, I'm pretty sure there are tons of weapons and things buried in rubble and mud, that people just lost. So I'm just saying, and love one another, man. Let's love one another, because we're not really seeing that this is coming against all of us. It's not any particular color. I mean, you're gonna have agitators out there that are doing that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's coming after all of us, man. And all this bickering and unaliving of people and different things like that over petty stuff and propaganda and all of these kind of things, you're hurting the army that can be the same army that can save you and help you. I'm just saying. You guys have a blessed day, and I'll catch you on the next one. I got another nice video for you next week. If I don't get it out before then, I'm just a little under the day. So I usually try and get y'all at least 2 videos a week, or at least, about 2 videos a week. I'm slowing down now to maybe 1 video a week and all that good stuff. But I'm gonna have one for you next week, man. So yeah, you see I'm out of it, y'all. But y'all be blessed.